Absolutely no chance, lads.
She dumps Randy. Oh, the steel chair.
Away from the WWE champ, blocked by these security guards. Do not have enough security guards or are ferocious in these attacks.
That was the most forced and lamest pull-apart brawl I have ever seen in my entire life. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton can do better. And last night, that was so lame. It was so lame. But you know what's not lame? This championship belt on my shoulder, and you can win it. I'm going to give it away at 20,000 subscribers on my quest to quit my day job. I'm going to give this away. How do you win? All you got to do is comment below and subscribe to the channel, and you can win this belt. It's not a toy, people. It's a replica. All right, these are your SmackDown hot takes. We got MGT Wrestling. That Randy and Cody brawl should have been way more intense than whatever the heck that was. Agreed. And then we got Jimbo Slice says, I felt nothing during that Cody-Randy pull-apart brawl. This is what happens when you have security breaking up fights every single week. It's been done to death. Holy cow, I'm glad other people saw it. I was thinking about it. Why did this segment suck so bad? Because at first I thought, is it just me? Am I the only one that this is not entertaining? Because I'm watching them do something. For the most part, I've been week after week saying we need hatred, we need animosity in our storylines. But now when I watched them yesterday, it was so forced. It was so like fake, dare I say, because I was watching Cody and Randy. There was no urgency. The moment Cody walks out of his bus, it's like he just is walking casually to the ring.
14 days removed from one of the worst beatings we've ever seen.
They cut to a commercial, but, you know, if you're not in the United States or you have a VPN, then you can see Cody's just walking the whole time. No urgency whatsoever. He's just going to walk to the ring. On top of that, this is now like 2 weeks later after he got beat up. So in reality, Cody should have been chomping at the bits to get to the arena last week. So now it's like 2 weeks of buildup of Cody we're like, oh my God, how's Cody going to respond? And all he does is walk to the ring. And then when he gets in the ring, he just attacks, right? But that's what they did earlier in the night. Literally earlier in the night, that's what Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona did.
You got a mic, you got something to say? Say it, you son of a...
Matt Cardona had more of urgency to get at Randy Orton than Cody Rhodes did. So then they do a pull-apart brawl. It's all the security run out, but Jimbo Slice is right. They've done this over and over and over again. Just this feud alone, when Randy originally turned heel, there was a bunch of security there. Then the following week, when Randy turned on Matt Cardona, there was a lot of security there. Earlier in the night, when Matt Cardona attacked Randy Orton, Matt Cardona was stopped from hitting Randy again with a microphone by 2 security.
Well, Cardona's here to fight. He's clearly got that cast on his arm, but it's not.
Also last week, you had all the security guards breaking up Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. On Monday Night Raw, all the security guards preventing Roman Reigns from beating up CM Punk even more. It's just overkill. It's done all the time. I've seen Jason Jordan, the producers. I've seen all of the producers more than I've seen Apollo Crews, Otis, and Tozawa, active wrestlers. I see the security guards and the producers and the GMs breaking up fights more than active wrestlers. Oh, what about Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes? Their entire match at Saturday Night's Main Event in January was literally just beating up security guards. The law of diminishing returns, we've seen it over and over and over again, that now it just doesn't matter. And on top of that, the crowd just wanted to cheer Randy Orton. So you got that disconnect. You got Randy Orton, the heel, and he's the one getting beat up the whole time, but the fans are just cheering for Randy. On top of that, the brawl went, I think, around 8 to 10 minutes. Cody would get his hands on Randy and try to gouge his eyes. I think he tried to stick his thumbs in his eyes like 4 or 5 times, and then Randy would just get away, walk away, and then walk back and start punching for Cody to get the upper hand. This was all just drawn out drawn out so we could eventually get Jelly Roll to come in and take an RKO. I think everything was just a setup. Oh my God, we RKO Jelly Roll. So MTV or the E Network, are those two things even a thing still? So they could just advertise, oh my God, look, Jelly Roll took an RKO. So yeah, this feud should be like, just blowing up right now with how awesome and amazing it could be based on all their history and their friendship and the betrayal and everything. And yet that pull apart brawl was just, I was empty. I was like eating potato chips for dinner. Yeah, you're full, but it's like empty calories and stuff, and you're not really satisfied. You're just not hungry at the moment anymore, and you're gonna feel like crap in about half an hour. You got the potato chip sweats, and it's like that match, that pull apart brawl, that was the potato chip sweats. It was just like, okay, I guess. It's better than Cody saying how much he respects Randy, but like, yeah, that was lame. They need to not do another pull-apart brawl for like a year. And even the Jelly Roll RKO, it's like, we all knew that was coming, so it was just like, okay, good. We got that out of the way. Maybe the feud can actually start now. And I want to know, for real, tell me in the comments below, were you at the edge of your seat saying, this is awesome, or were you like me and just felt nothing during that brawl? All right, more hot takes. Alfonso Passion says, I want Melo on the WrestleMania card. He deserves it, and Sami doesn't need it. I agree, Sami did not need the U.S. Championship to get on the WrestleMania card. Him and Trick Williams had a perfectly fine program going that they did not need a U.S. title. They did not need a title. It could have went on. We got Stu Gatz, the quote-unquote underdog, strikes again. Just keep him away from the WWE title. A lot of people are not happy that the underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn, won. And I'm not either. This reeks of when Sami Zayn just stepped right into the Gunther Chad Gable program, and Chad Gable did not get a WrestleMania match. Tracy Woods, there could have been Sami versus Trick match without robbing Carmelo. This made me actually dislike Sami. Exactly. This is making people dislike Sami. I don't think Sami is bad. In fact, I was just beginning to enjoy Sami Zayn again. This character of going up to Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, being the nice guy and always finishing last and then getting mad about that. I was actually enjoying that. And then he just comes in and steals the belt from Carmelo Hayes. Now, there is a chance, I'm hoping against hope, that this Sami Zayn is going to play into that, and he's just going to start cheating but still act like a good guy. They can salvage it. They really can salvage it. But from right now, like 48 hours removed from SmackDown, it sucks. It's all about what they do next week. If Carmelo Hayes can get in the match, if Sami Zayn can play the good guy while still cheating, then we've got something here. But if it's just going to be Sami saying, hey, I'm the champion again, yay me, then no. Stream once a week, poor Carmelo got screwed out of Mania. Sami is a bum. Taylor Hart. Martine's Detroit. Horrible. Took the belt off the young brother. We got Epsilon CODM. Sami don't deserve that title. We got the Comic Genius. Trick versus Sami for the belt at Mania, right? Dang, I feel bad for Mello. Kenny King, Sammy Hogan. I hope he never wins the World Championship ever. And Tiz Mickey says, so I kind of feel like I would have wanted to see Sami versus Trick even if the title wasn't on the line. So I guess Mello won't even get on the Mania card. I agree absolutely with you, Tiz Mickey. Fans, everybody out there, start hashtag we want Mello. Please, do whatever you got to do. Cause a ruckus, because that is the only way we can maybe get Carmelo Hayes into a triple threat match. I would have much rather it just been Trick versus Sami without a title on the line, because I prefer one-on-one matches. But be that as it may, where we stand, the best we can hope for is if we can get Melo inserted and this becomes a triple threat. I really think and hope that Melo can get on this WrestleMania card. I'm very happy for Trick Williams, but I don't want to sacrifice Carmelo Hayes. The guy's been showing up to work every single SmackDown, so please get him in that WrestleMania match. But let's do a counterpoint, because on this channel, we welcome all opinions, even if you're wrong. We got the Wrestle Don says, I'm just kidding, we're just opinions. You know, that's the fun of wrestling. We can voice and air our grievances and still enjoy this wacky sport of ours. We got the Wrestle Don says, I know some people didn't like Melo losing, but we've been saying for months that he needs a story, not just banger matches. And that's true. I absolutely believe that. I feel like the US Open Challenge, actually, honestly, I feel it was getting dull because there were no stories really involved. If they go with a triple threat at Mania, this gives him exactly that. If that's the key word, if they give him a triple threat, if Melo is inserted into this, then okay. I still feel we could have done it different, but I'll be begrudgingly like, okay, fine, at least Melo's on the card. But if they don't, and I fear they won't, I really think they won't. I think the end goal here is Trick Williams wins the US title, and Sami Zayn is a transitional champion, and that's the right call. Give it to Trick Williams, and then they're going to save Trick and Melo till after WrestleMania. But I don't think we should have done that. I honestly think if they wanted Trick to have the championship at Mania, they should have had Trick win the title off of Carmelo Hayes, and then Trick could have ended the US Open Challenge, and Carmelo Hayes gets his rematch at Mania, and then you got a story right there. Then Sami Zayn could have went and fought Karrion Kross or Aleister Black, whoever Aleister Black is supposed to be nowadays. Like, they could have had that, they could have done that match. Like, we could have had a story with Carmelo as champion or losing the championship and still getting the belt on Trick. But oh man, yeah, I don't see it. But you're right, Russell Don. It can be salvaged, but that's a big if. If Carmelo Hayes can get into a triple threat match. I learned just when I was starting to like Sami, almost every single comment in my hot takes is literally just people saying this was a bad call, and almost nobody is happy that Carmelo Hayes lost the title. Charles Yancey says, I would love if they formed a new Judgment Day on SmackDown. Honestly, there's enough former members of Judgment Day you could. Literally, Rhea, Damian Priest, R-Truth, you could form a Judgment Day right now, and they could war with each other. You got Red and Black NWO, Black and White NWO, and then Finn Balor is the Sting, hovering in the rafters as the Judgment Days war with each other. Major Mario says, gosh, that Rhea and Jade and company promo was cringe. Those boos were not heel heat. The boos were what is going on heat. Kid Wilkes, that women's title promo was so terrible. And Tiz Mickey says, I wish Jade and Rhea's feud would just end. Like, just don't show them anymore until Mania. Honestly, they probably shouldn't. Like, I think there is potential, though. I really liked Michin. I really liked Michin as a heel. But, yeah, they don't. This has Trainwreck written all over it. And what's even worse is that when this match probably sucks at WrestleMania, it's going to have a bad storyline leading into probably a bad match. I hope I'm wrong. But both Jade and Rhea Ripley, they attack fans when the fans don't like the storylines they're in. So I really see Jade and Rhea Ripley crashing out on Twitter when it's all said and done, blaming the fans for why their feud has sucked so far. And it's like, this is, woo, yeah. There's a part of me that's enjoyed it because I think it's gotten so like cringe that I've begun to actually enjoy it, like, you know, kind of like a 70s B horror movie. But I can understand why no one else is seeing it. But yeah, it's not. It's definitely not good. Yang, aka Lang, says, why did they punish Tamatonga, yet they keep doing the unreal stuff? Do as I say, not as I do. And he also says, the women's tag team division is stacked, and it's hurting the singles division and giving Jade a credible opponent. So, yes, Rhea is a credible opponent. The problem is they have no chemistry. Honestly, they probably should have done what Triple H and Shawn Michaels did at WrestleMania 20 when they fought Chris Benoit with Jade Cargill. They could have had Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and Jade Cargill in a 3-way. That actually might have been interesting, because then you could have played off of Alexa and Charlotte's friendship dissolving for the heavyweight title, and then Jade just being there, being like, not gonna happen. This is my belt. That probably would have been a better scenario, but they've got everybody locked up in the women's tag team division, which sucks, because honestly, Rhea and Io, even though they hugged a little too much, they were actually a credible tag team, and Alexa and Charlotte, it feels like their story has already hit its peak, and now might be the time for them to move into a singles careers once more. But I don't know. Anyways, there are your hot takes, boys and girls. See ya, bye.